This is Markov analysis problem. We are given for the month of December the market share. A is having 25%, market share B 30, C 40%. And for the next month, we are given that A retained 90% of the customers, lost 10% to B, lost nothing to C. B retained 5%, lost 10% to C, lost 85% to A. C retained 40%, lost 50% to A, lost 10% to B. So our preceding month, which is December, is known as Rn-1, while our succeeding month is known as Rn, which is January. We are asked to find the market share in the long run, and the market share in the long run means the market share at equilibrium, which means there will be a year whereby the market share for the preceding state, for the preceding month, and the succeeding month will be the same. So maybe just a slight difference of 0.00, the tolerance value. So the next thing now, we need to calculate for the first and second month to know whether the equilibrium have been established. If not, then we proceed to use the equilibrium formula. So this is our formula. Our Rn equals to Rn-1 times transition probability. Now to get our transition probability, we draw the transition probability diagram where we have A, B, and C. We have this. We have our A, B, C. We have 0.9, 0.10, 0.85, 0.05, 0.1, 0.5, 0.1, 0.4. As we all know, these are our retention and gains. These are our retention and losses and loss. This is our n equals to 0, which is our preceding state, and this is our n equals to 1, which is our succeeding state. So the next thing is to find our Rn, which equals our Rn-1 is the market share for December 1st, which is 0.25 for A, 0.30 for B, 0.40 for C, multiplied our transition probability, which is 0.9, 0.10, 0.85, 0.05, 0.1, 0.5, 0.1, 0.4. Okay, so we multiply the row and the column with the row, the column with the row, the column with the row. So whereby we have the 0.25 times 0.9 plus 0.30 times 0.85 plus 0.40 times 0.5 for A. For B, 0.25 times 0.1 plus 0.30 times 0.05 plus 0.4 times 0.1 for B. And for C we have 0.25 times 0 plus 0.30 times 0.1 plus 0.40 times 0.4. Okay, so this will give us our R1, which equals 0.705, 0.085, and 0.21. So after the first month, which is January 1st, this will be the market share. A will be having 0.705, which is 70.5% of the market share. B will be having 8.5%, and C will be having 21%. Okay, so now for R2 will be R1 times P, which equals 0.705, 0.085, and 0.21 times our probability gain, which is 0.9, 0.10, 0.85, 0.05, 0.1, 0.5, 0.1, 0.4. Okay, so multiplying through again to get our probability, which is the market share, we have 0.705 times 0.9 plus 0.085 times 0.85 plus 0.21 times 0.5 for A. For B, 0.705 times 0.1 plus 0.085 times 0.05 plus 0.21 times 0.1 for B. And for C, we have 0.705 times 0 plus 0.085 times 0.1 plus 0.21 times 0.4. So this will give us 0.812, 0.916 and 0.0925. This is our probability after the second month, which will be February 1st. So as you can see, the succeeding state is not giving us the same result as the preceding state. So we have to use the formula for equilibrium. At equilibrium, let me call this the share for A, let me call this the share for B, let me call this the share for C. At equilibrium, we know that Rn will be equals to Rn minus 1. So if this is SC, SB, SC, that means the market share SC, SB, SC will be equal to SC, SB, SC. As if this Rn minus 1, this will be our Rn minus 1 too. For at equilibrium, or in the long run. And we know that our formula is Rn, that's Rn minus 1 times P. Okay, so times P, 0.9, 0.1, 0, 0.85, 0.05, 0.1, 0.5, 0.1, 0.4. Okay, so now bear with me. From here I said the column times the row will give us the first one for A, this times this will give us for B, and this times this will give us for C. Same thing here, this times this will give us SA, this times this will give us SB, this times this will give us SC. So that will give us SA will be equal to 0.9 times SA plus 0.85 times SB plus 0.5 SC. Equation 1. SB will give me 0.1 SA plus 0.05 SB plus 0.1 SC. Equation 2. My SC will give me 0 SA, which is gone, then 0.1 SB plus 0.4 SC. Equation 3. But note, your probability is not greater than 1. That means your market share must not be greater than 1. So that means SA plus SB plus SC will be equal to 1. Okay, so now from equation 1 to 3, okay, let me call this one equation 4. From equation 1 to 3, collect the like terms. Collecting the like terms, let's move this one to this side to avoid the negativity in front of SC. So that means I will have SA minus 0.9 SA. Moving this one to this side, I will have minus 0.85 SB minus 0.5 SC equals 0. Here I'll move SB here because SA should be the first one. So I will have 0.1 SA. So this one is equation 5. I will have 0.1 SA. Okay, I have 0.1 SA plus 0.05 SB minus SB plus 0.1 SC is equals to 0. Okay, also here 0.1 SB plus 0.4 SC is minus SC equals 0. So solving those equations, I will have 0.1 SA minus 0.85 SB. Okay, 0.85 SB minus 0.5 SC equals to 0. Also, we have 0.1 SC again, plus, okay, sorry, I will be having minus 0.95 SB, 0.95 SB plus 0.1 SC equals 0, and I'm having 0.1 SB minus 0.6 SC equals 0. This will now be our equation 5, equation 6, and equation 7. Okay, so let's see from equation 7 now. From equation 7, okay, we have 0.1 SB equals 0.6 SC. So our SB will be 0.6 over 0.1 SC. My SB is equals to 6 SC. This is my equation 8, right? So let's insert or substitute. Insert equation 8 into, let's insert it into 5, and let's insert it into our equation 4, into 5 and 4. Okay, so insert this into 5, I will have 0.1 SA minus 0.85 into 6 SC minus 0.5 SC equals 0. Okay, then I will have here, from here I will have my SA plus 6 SC plus SC is equals to 1, which is right here, because from here SB is 6 SC, so 6 SC here. So from here now I will have 0.1 SA. If you multiply this, you will have minus 5.6 SC minus 5.1 SC, minus 0.5 SC is equals to 0. Then you have SA plus 7 SC is equals to 1. So for me, I have 0.1 SA minus 5.6 SC is equal to 0, and SA plus 7 SC equals 1. So using the elimination method, let's eliminate SA. Multiply this one by 0.1, multiply this one by 1. So I have 0.1 SA minus 5.6 SC equals 0, with 0.1 plus 0.7 SC equals 0.1. So subtracting this from this, I will have 0 minus 5.6 plus 0.7, that will be minus 6.3 SC is equals to 0.1. Minus 0.1, 0 minus 0.1. So minus, we cancel minus. SC will be 0.1 over 6.3. My SC will be 0.016 in value. Okay, so recall SB is equals to 6 SC. So SB is equals to 6 times 0.096 and 0.016, which is 0.096. So my SB is equals to 0.096. Alright, so, and we know that SC plus SB plus SC equals to 1. So my SC plus 0.096 plus 0.016 is equals to 1. So SC is equals to 1 minus 0.096 minus 0.016. SC is equals to 0.88. Okay, so the market share in the long run, so sorry, let me calculate. Okay, so the market share in the long run now for SA, SB, SC equals 0.88, 0.096 and 0.016 for A, B, C. Okay, so this means after a long time, customer A, we have seller A, we have the market share of 88%. Seller B, we have 9.6%, and seller C, we have 1.6%. So you can check this by using Rn minus 1 times P to see if this will give you the succeeding state. And like, thank you.